I'm waiting here, huh?
FBI, you might want to stay out of this, all right, sir? Excuse me, sir, ma'am, please, back off. All right, I need 8 double tall.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. This is the Hot Toys Wizard disguised as the real Empire, baby. Right here. And listen, some of you that are talking about that Hot Toys is through with 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi releases for 2023, I find your lack of faith disturbing. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Cause what you gonna do?
What you gonna do when the evil Empire and Darth Vader and all this stuff and everything else run wild again?
Yeah. And what you gonna do when the Dark Jedi goes 6 scale raw on you? Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays to you all. It is the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington. And guess what? Along with these fellas, I'm going to serve up all the 6 scale action figure talk. And listen, it's Monday night. It's a week before Christmas, and 'twas the week before Christmas, and not a pre-order was stirring, not even a mouse. Second brother for Star Wars, besides the Ahsoka series. But listen, we're going to talk about some things tonight. There's some things that happened last year. I remember a guy, I think his name was, he was like a Jedi Master. I think I saw him in like a movie or two. I think maybe kind of rhymes with Mace Windu. I think he kind of dropped on December 30th or 31st last year with a super battle droid. And I think, second brother, we have to ask ourselves, maybe there's something like that. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff here today, including the Hot Toy Showcase, which is real interesting to me. But listen, first brother, second brother, how you feeling? And welcome in here.
Well, thanks for having me, Aries. You know, this last week was pretty rough week. You know, I won't say we're not getting up there in age, but when we start getting advanced age and maturity, you have, you know, certain risks that you have taken when you're younger start to come and haunt you, like when you get older. Like, hey, you remember that time you felt that little pain and you kept running, you just like forget it. Now I'm back to talk to you. So dealing with that, you know, Lil Macho just had his birthday party, his 14th birthday party. So got that out of the way. Kids running around.
Happy. I still don't got a darn happy birthday clip, but happy belated birthday. You know, little Machin. Come on.
Well, Lil Macho's birthday is actually 3 days before Christmas.
Oh, dude. So all right. So you wait. You got to tell me now. How do you guys deal with that? Because I've talked to many people who are like, they would tell me, "Oh man, I lose my birthday because it's right on Christmas." Okay. But now, so you got to tell me your story.
Okay. Now, personally, when I hear those stories, sorry to say, your parents are cheap. Sorry.
Oh, they don't lay down the pre-orders, baby. Come on.
Yeah, right. I just had to hit them with that gut shot. I'm like, no, your parents are cheap. Nah, you can't do that. You can't shortchange kids. I
agree with you. I agree.
You can't do that. So, Lil Macho's birthday, and that's why we just celebrated 2 weeks early. So that way, it doesn't run into the issues with the holidays, people
Uh-huh.
traveling. We do it that way. No. My mission is to make sure he has a full childhood. That's my mission. So
That's good. That's good,
Mm.
baby.
he gets both of them. So
So he gets to get some shock drops. He gets to spill his coffee, not just once.
or twice,
He gets to do it twice.
and little mini flybys because his mom does the 12 days of Christmas with him too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that is freaking awesome. Second brother, it's good to have you in here today. And look who's in here for the very first time,
Yes,
the
sir.
collector Joey.
What is up?
What is going on? How are things been with you? And welcome to 6 Scale Raw,
Thank
baby.
you. Thank you. Oh man, I absolutely love being here. This is awesome. I always watch you, Mondays when I'm just chilling, just got home, put you on, have you in the background while I'm doing other things. Awesome. Absolutely love being here. It's an honor. And just got back from Hawaii, so that was a fun little trip.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a really, really interesting trip. I loved it a lot. Was out there with my girlfriend for a while, so for about 5 days. So the plane ride though, that's something else. So I don't know.
Now, how long was your plane ride just in total?
From Dallas to Honolulu was was 7.5 hours on the flight. But on the way back, we left at 8:30 from Honolulu and didn't get back because we had a connecting flight. We didn't get back to Dallas till around 9:30 p.m. So
Wow.
That trip is not for the weak.
it
Because
is
you're
not.
flying from the East Coast. Because what I usually do is just fly from the East Coast, hang out with Mario if I could hook up with him in Los
Yeah.
Angeles for one day.
Mhm.
And then the
Oh, that's
next day.
smart.
Yeah,
I got-
mm-mm.
After that 7-hour car ride, when we got to Honolulu, I was sick. Like I don't know why I have like altitude sickness or something if I'm up there that long, I guess. And I had a headache. I didn't want to eat anything. I just wanted to lay down, and it was terrible. But next day, fine. Went on hikes and things like that.
Wow. You sound like the way I felt after I watched this. And I do have to ask yourself, what was harder to sit through? That 7-hour plane ride or this, baby?
Well, good thing that I barely became a Star Wars fan not too long ago, so I didn't have to do it.
It's making me cough up. That is hilarious. I'm only playing with you, buddy.
I know.
Oh, my goodness gracious. It is so good to have Collector Joey in here. And it's also very good to have all of you in here tonight. And are you at table 66? Because I'm also hearing the coffee's pretty good there as well. Good. Let's go ahead and say hi to some of the people that are already here. We're creeping up to almost 50 already. We have got the big dog pound in the house. Eamon saying to you, second brother, yo, I don't even know if I could do this good tonight because all you know that I'm watching my market show, I'm coming off a cold, but let's try and do it on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo! You saved me. There you go. Good to have the big dog pound in here. And we've also got in here the Blazing Asian. What is going on? Let me know what table you are at. We have got Yomo in the house. And Yo, right back at you, my friend. Big dog pound. Also saying LOL. Thanks, 6 Scale Cantina. My pleasure. And we have got Single Songwriter. Ha. Imagine if it was 7 hours. You don't want to have the Snyder cut. You don't want the Johnson cut. Come on, Single Songwriter. Come on. You don't want a Johnson cut because if it happens then, it may happen again. It's happening now, maybe.
Now.
What happened to then?
We passed then.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When?
Just now.
With some freaking Spaceballs. I just would. Maybe I'm just like such a nerd that way, but I absolutely would. I don't know. Maybe I would buy the whole line. Like that, we were talking about that last week, second brother. A Dark Helmet. I don't know. That movie, I agree with you. When I first watched it, it was like, you're making fun of something very precious to me, something that has great meaning to me. When I went and saw it with my parents when I was a kid, and then it just grew on me. I'm like, you know what? I love this stuff.
It never grew on me.
Did it never grow on? So I should have sent you a signed DVD.
It still give me that same feeling. Like, how dare you? How dare you defame the Dark Lord of the Sith that way?
Would you buy the figures though? Now, would you buy the figures?
If of the space, you know what? Okay, if they were Funkos. Maybe. And then after a while, I love Rick Moranis. I love him to death. But that figure, his version of Darth Vader would end up at the firing range. It would end up. Sorry to say, not to be PC, but no.
It would get blown up. It would get blown
up. No.
Smithereens.
Nah, Lil Macho probably take the helmet and use it as a cereal bowl or something. No. That's okay.
It would go out with the let's see, play this clip. Would it go up with the garbage? See if I can do this right. Oh my God! Just have too much fun with this stuff, Collector Joey and Naaman. Let's go ahead and get to some of the other people in here. Mark Attack's in the house with an awesome avatar of the Grand Admiral Thrawn. If Hot Toys announces ROTJ and Clone Wars 20th before the end of the year, I will spill all of my coffee. You and me both, baby. Both, and I'm getting a feeling it can be a little bit crazy. Laura's in the house. What's up, my friend? I could totally see my Darth Vader facing off against Darth Helmet. Yeah, Darth Vader and Darth Vader's don't underestimate his power and the power of another artist in this version.
You underestimate my power.
As long as the artisan doesn't come home looking like that hair.
Well, look, does his hair look bad here, guys? Look, maybe it's this version.
You underestimate my power.
That's what it looks like.
That looked like somebody.
That's bad hair. That's bad hair, David.
That looked like somebody's aunt had a bad day at church. That's what it is.
Dude, how bad were those poses? I mean, dudes, it was so bad. I know we talked about that second brother already, but I feel like they just had some dude or some dudette just put that in a thing. I mean, like, how can you, like, there's no way. JC Hong didn't pose that, right?
Oh, you know that.
Right.
When he saw it, you're like, whoa. I wonder how many people probably canceled their pre-order after saying that.
I mean, I didn't because I knew, like you and I know what the heck's going on. But that's a good question. What do you think, Collector Joey? I mean, why did they do that?
Someone said it looked like they dropped it on the ground and just put it back up there. It does look like that, though. But I think they had that problem with Wonder Woman as well, where it looked kind of goofy, in some.
It did when they had that, yeah.
And then it came out looking pretty good. So I mean, I think this one's just a little bit, scaring people a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna matter in the end, honestly.
Sorry, Aries. Before I forget,
go, baby, go.
And if everyone's listening, I just got my Inquisitor and I got my Electro.
Oh, whoa!
I have not plugged them up yet. I just need to know what is the proper voltage to plug them into the USB.
I did 5 volts.
You think 5 volts?
I that's what I did.
Okay.
I think that's what I think that's what I got on my freaking on my Luke on the Bestman base.
Okay, 5 volts.
Yes, you know the
'Cause
one
I
I'm
haven't
talking
even-
about with the that's standing
that's
and then
not
you
even
plug
lit.
in the side.
Yeah, mine's is not even lit because I'm like, okay, I want to make sure I had the right voltage before I plug. I don't want that because I know Jay had an issue with his DeLorean that he did something that almost burnt out the lights of his first edition one. He actually got it fixed and everything. We're like,
Scary.
yeah.
I just like safe for 5 volts. It's just more safe doing it that way. It's just like very low voltage, but it's a small LED light, so I don't think it would really burn out with 5 volts.
No.
Yeah.
Let's go to some more of these people that are in here. The Beskar Kid is in the house. What's going on, Beskar? I'll wait for the in-art rooted ludicrous speed. Oh man, I love that. I love it. And then what's his name's in here? AJ also says it was like no one took a second look and was like, guys, let's redo this. Kind of like those two artisans we're talking about. Maybe J&T sabotage it.
Maybe.
Oh my God. Funny stuff. Let's continue to say hi to some of the people in here. And if I miss you, I don't mean to do that. I am just an old guy setting the controls for the heart of the sun. Some of you fans right here know what I'm talking about. What's up, Philip? Philip is in the house. Good to have you in here, my friend. Master Imwe, what is going on to you? Great having you in here. And the Luau. The Luau is in the house. What's up, guys? What's up, the Luau? Luau has a pretty good channel. I was checking it out, actually. And good stuff on there. You guys should go check out the Luau in here. It's good to have him in here. Excellent. And keep going up. And again, if I miss you, I don't mean to do that. Renz is in the house. Good evening to you. He says smash the like button. I do appreciate that. Peter, what is going on? What a disappointing 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi year. Yeah. I kind of agree right now. If we don't get anything else, I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree with you. I'm definitely going to agree with you. And I kind of feel like this.
Oh, yeah? Watch this.
I kind of agree with him. But we're going to be stepping into that. We're going to be stepping into all of this in here. Keep putting your comments in there. Let me know what table you are at for sure. And sorry, my computer ran a little bit crazy there as we're going on up. Charlie the Unicorn in the house too, saying what a hunk of junk while he's in the house. But listen, guys, I think we got to go ahead and play the intro. Let's go ahead and dive into all this right now. We're kicking now, and the Star Wars newsman not able to be in here tonight, but he will be with us on the Christmas Eve morning show next Sunday, as will Brother Cousins as well. Brother Cousins probably going to pop on in here a little bit later tonight to pump up Thursday Best of the Best Second Brother. It's going to be a pretty hot show. Brother Cousins, Jay, the Space Pimp, he's going to be having some giveaways on the Best of the Best. I will be on there this Thursday as usual for sure. But you have to wonder, coming up here on Sunday, on Christmas Eve at the 3rd annual Christmas Eve morning special with the Dark Jedi right here. Is it possible that I'm going to be giving away not just one, but 2 Hot Toys? And I say, you bet your arse, I'm giving away not just one, I'm giving away 2. And I didn't get the time to put the link on what you got to comment on to enter the drawing, but it's from the market show yesterday, baby. I got this week's market chart show. The one with that artisan-looking Luke on the banner. You know the one I'm talking about, and Asajj Ventress that's on there. Make sure you all go ahead and comment. So many of you are commenting on that video. It's the market show from just 24 hours ago. Go ahead and comment on it now. And that's the video that you got to comment on, and you'll be able to go for not just one. And if you miss out Christmas Eve, I'm going to give out another one, guys, on Christmas Eve morning. It's the 3rd annual Christmas Eve morning with Aries this Saturday. And I got some other news, Collector Joey and Second Brother. That's on Sunday. And what's significant about that is we're calling that Christmas Eve morning show. It's going to be on Sunday, but then it's going to be every Sunday after that will be Sunday Night Raw. Listen, you're all on the very last 6-scale Raw. 6-scale Raw. This is the last 6-scale Raw for Monday nights right here. But what you going to do when the Dark Jedi moves it to Sunday and is going to go Sunday Night Raw on you? Every Sunday coming up in the new year, you're going to have the Dark Jedi. You're going to have the Second Brother. You're going to have the Newsman. You're going to have Brother Cousins, guests like Collector Joey, and so many others, Lael, and so many that come on here. So don't forget, we're going to be moving the show there for the new year. But listen, be there Christmas Eve morning, guys. Be there Christmas Eve morning. Listen, Second Brother, you knew I gave away 2. Shoot, 3 in Thanksgiving. I ain't give away no more than 2. You know that's it. That's it for me on Christmas Eve. It just is. But that's good enough, 2, baby. 2. But so make sure you guys do that. And then Second Brother, I think, First Brother, going back to Jay, he's having a big show on Thursday, and I know you'll be on there as well.
Well, I'll be on for the best of the best, and I will be on for Lael's show also, since I'm since I'm feeling better, to close the year out real good. Just hope that Hot Toys bring out some bangers, because the heat been coming around the corner real hot and heavy with them. With NR, J&D, Hondo. There's a whole lot of them out there. Third parties out there. They're out there swinging their punches, trying to establish that dominance for the end of the year. So I think Hot Toys is probably going to throw some bangers to close the year out, to keep us interested. And we're anticipating things that are coming out. Like some things are coming out like in lightning speed. Like
Yeah.
I got Positive. I was like, he wasn't even on my radar for even to pick up. It was on a payment plan. Then I got the email like, okay, what the hell? We want to clear my slate. So like last week, I got in at least 5 figures in last week. So Hot Toys are getting them out. Hopefully we get a Mace. Hopefully we get a Mace announced, because it's on that list.
Let's hold that thought. And I'm going to, a single songwriter going 6 Sunday Night Raw in 2024 will be so much more. You have to wonder, songwriter. Good to have you in here. Is this what they call you, baby?
They call him the Wizard.
About this, guys, you bring up something pretty cool here, Second Brother, because I think Hot Toys, they did last year, put out that Mace Windu and Super Battle Droid. That's not discounting that, but of course that Mace has that head sculpt before the end of the year. And we can't discount either that they put out Padme and Anakin the first week of December. And they put out Mace and the Battle Droid like a day or 2 before. It's like right New Year's Eve, New Year's. It was freaking insane. but nothing has happened yet. However, I'm just going to say it. I'm pulling this up on the screen for you, just staying with you here real quick. We got this event coming up, and let me go ahead and try and pull it on these 3 events. But let's actually talk about for Sideshow, the one on the bottom there, the Hot Toys Showcase that starts December 20th on Wednesday. I'm getting a feeling about this, bro. You know, Hot Toys works very closely with Sideshow. That's their bread and butter here. What are you expecting from this for Star Wars? Let's start with that, because we've been waiting for something from there. What do you think we can maybe get? What do you think are they going to do anything? What's your gut?
Joey, you want to take that one?
Yeah, I could do it. For Star Wars, man, you've been showing a lot of the sequels recently, and I feel like that's something they would do. They always do something different, other than, you know, how it's the 40th year. I feel like they always just, you know, do something wacky, and they would actually do some of that sequel stuff. I don't know why I think they would do that, but if they don't, I feel like we'll see something from 40th at least. They're probably teasing us from what we barely got this year from, you know, the 40th 40th anniversary. I feel like they might actually end it with a bang like they usually do, like you said, with that mace they did last year. I feel like they will. I don't know what it would be. You know, I barely started being a Star Wars fan in 2019, so I don't know what it could be, but I feel like you're onto something with that 40th coming out with a bang at the end of the year.
You know, I have a theory there, Joey and Eamon, with this. I really, really do. I feel like this year, and I felt like Hot Toys and Disney knew this, and Warner Brothers too. They have that license there. There was so much new material this year. You know, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. So many television shows, so many movies, so many different new things that they could come out with, like the the One Piece on Netflix, and of course, the Avatar figures in the beginning of the year, and some pieces here and some pieces there. Of course, DC, Marvel, and Star Wars. But coming up for 2024, I'm going to be honest with you, second brother. I don't. There's not a Star Wars movie again. There's not a freaking Star Wars. I mean, maybe the one show, maybe the Acolyte. Now, I will say, I've heard very, very strong rumors that The Mandalorian now is going to start filming in February for season 4. And I'll be honest with you, with the disaster that Disney's had this year, and look, I'm just going to tell you, Wish was a bomb for them. It was a horrible way. So I really feel like they're making a wish upon a star. Disney, and and who do you go to? What saved their arse? Let's just be honest. It wasn't Ahsoka. It wasn't Obi-Wan. It wasn't the Bad Batch. It was Mando and Grogu. They just did. And I'm telling you, I'm not shocked by that rumor. And I could see them trying to push that up. They need to do something. They can't go all next year, second brother, without doing something. I think Disney anyway. But what the heck is Hot Toys going to put out?
Hot Toys has okay. I don't want to sound negative, but this is my gripe with Hot Toys. With Hot Toys is they tried to reinvent the wheel a little bit too much with the 2.0s. If you want to do something that knocks out the box, and everyone is like the singer-songwriter said, $3 billion in losses.
That's a lot.
And that's a lot, and that's why we're seeing these prices go up with streaming services, which I think they're going to shoot themselves in the foot, because I hope they're listening that if you raise prices and less quality, what's going to happen? That $3 billion going to turn to $9 billion very easily. And then, some people review bombing stuff before they even get traction. It's a whole lot of variables there. I don't think, honestly, for what we get for entertainment value, for us, for TV shows, we should not have such a high bar that we expect from a motion picture. It's a show. And a lot of times we do not give it the legs or give it the start that it deserves. Before I take some in, I had to watch it 3 times to catch the nuances. Because to me, the nuances of stuff is more exciting than actually when you see the film itself, the things that goes on in the background. But not to be long-winded. Hot Toys got to come out, think outside the box. But me,
They do.
if they did second-tier characters and just did a month of them, I'd be happy. They do a Danny Trejo's the Rancor trainer. Or
Yeah.
Or they turned around and did a new version of Bib Fortuna before Boba Shada.
They could do both if they do the first one, but I'd rather have the first one. But I get you.
Yeah,
I get you.
They bring this stuff like that out of the box and mix it with the big star characters. Because right now, if anybody talk about Han Solo, it's Bespin Han. That's it. If we don't hear anything about Han Solo, unless they come with a Bespin Han.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we already kind of floated around the ideas of, hey, it'd be perfect if they did a triple pack with busted up 3PO, a new Chewie, and Bespin Han under the 3-pack. That's something that's thinking out of the box, because they got to change that and bring more spark. I would say more spark to the 1/6 community, Hot Toys wise, because like you said, NR, J&D, Hondo, all these people come around the corner, and people been hollering about Hondo because of the price point. That's another factor. So hopefully, they come up with something. They can stay in Star Wars as their bread and butter. They can stay with, Marvel as bread and butter. I think it's the best ideas that they've had if they came out with the comic accurate versions also, because they have their own cult.
Yeah. What did they just do so far with comics for Star Wars? I think just the Arena Fat. I think it was the first. That's it so far. But
I have another one that I can add that I would
Yeah.
think that would be a big one is Cal Kestis. I think that
Yes.
one,
oh gosh,
that
Yes.
one would go off if it was like the last Star Wars, announcement of the year.
how about a Darth Revan? Even though
Bro, that one, I don't know
Dude.
much Star Wars. I saw a lot of the Funko Pops of that dude, and I looked him up. That's how I know him. And I think that I would even get that one. Even though I don't know much about it, it sounds like a cool figure.
Well, here's the thing. We're not going to have any. And Eric Hankey says, before I say another Indiana Jones Hot Toys. Yeah, I actually think Harrison Ford's coming, because I think as soon as you saw that new one, he signed off on it. They were like, hey, get these molds made. And while this guy's signing stuff, let's send the whole damn thing. And I think you're going to have that for sure. Throne Room dioramas for 40th Return of the Jedi, says Mark Attack. Maybe. Clones and Art says, let Sideshow do its Aliens and Bounty Hunters again. Hot Toys can focus on head sculpts. Yeah, I mean, they did a great job, actually. Sideshow with all those. Good to see you. Dog Gambino as well. Good old Spotchka in the house. Compactor Trash Room diorama. Yeah, I would definitely go for that. And this is funny as heck. How funny would it be if it was the Vespas from the Book of Boba Fett? Yeah, I don't think we're done. I don't think we're done with the Book of Boba Fett either. But listen, right now, gentlemen, we don't have an Ahsoka series in 2024. We don't have an Obi-Wan series in 2024. We don't have the Book of Boba Fett. We got filming of the Mando. I think it's possible that they will move that sucker up because of problems that they have. We don't got a movie. And I think some of the things that you guys are talking about, and we look at this Hot Toys showcase right now, and that's what we're talking about. Could they do something before the end of the year? I dare say, Collector Joey, maybe that Ben Affleck. Where did that freaking come out of? That's from like a Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
And that movie is like a while ago now. And they just came out with that. is that a sign, possibly, of them doing more 2.0s and focusing on, and that's a 2.0 I could go for. So if they're going to do 2.0s like that and add head sculpts and do that much better, I'll take it. So if they focus on 2.0s like that and give us stuff like Second Brother was saying, give us some stuff like an Admiral Akbar or a Lobot or something we haven't had. That's the kind of thing that I'm looking for. Is it possible that they could be? We've had so little this year because they know they have to do so much next year because of lack of content.
Yep, that's true. I think that, I think a lot of 2.0s are coming just because of that, of that gap that we have for next year. We're going to see a lot of 2.0s next year, especially I think for Star Wars. I know we don't have many 2.0 for Star Wars, but I feel like it could be coming. If they're going to do it for DC, which DC they barely make anything for, really. If they're doing it for DC, I feel like Star Wars is coming as well.
Yeah, Darth Revan is boss. Yeah, he's definitely pretty badass, dude. I'll be completely honest with you. He really, really is.
Imagine if they go with Star Wars. Not to cut you off, Aries. Imagine if they decide to go into, like you was talking about with the comic lines. Everyone's talking about the Bespin Han. What would get me jumping on the roof, practically running around naked, would be if they did Shadows of the Empire. If they did all of that.
Now, wait. Are we talking about Prince Zizor? Am I feeling you?
Yeah.
You know where I'm going, right, baby?
Yeah.
Woo.
If they went there. Wow.
Dude, well, I tell you what. They could do the Prince. They could do those freaking I mean, he was a freaking pain in Vader's arse. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there that they can do with that whole damn thing. But with these lower production numbers now, like seriously, they're coming out with some of this stuff with 300 pieces, 1,000 pieces. For Star Wars fans like us, shoot, dude, we'd eat that stuff up. You got to remember, they don't have to put out like 3,000, even 3,000 of these things anymore. You know what I mean, baby?
Right. Yeah, but with their new, I almost say new, but with their business plan, their new business plan, I would just say that they're doing lower runs, and you're seeing things go to wait lists quick. Like, what's the average? It was the average of something that just come out and end up hitting wait lists. Like,
I think like 6 months, isn't it?
6 months.
Well, I'll tell you what.
45 days in some cases.
Yeah, that's the average. That's a good average, about 6 months.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, and they're coming out with figures now, even with head sculpts, where whatchamacallit, they're not even lasting the whole year. You guys remember, what was it, the Iron Man 3 in January or February with the full Tony Stark heads? It's out.
Yeah.
They released it, and that heavy infantry Mando. So it's not just, the heavy infantry doesn't have a head. Both of those weren't exclusives, right? They weren't like freaking San Diego Comic-Con or Warner Brothers or Disney, right? No.
I believe so.
So that's a for instance right there. They were just like tossing out a freaking Tony Stark head sculpt. And when you tie all this in, and they know they have to pump up Second Brother, they have to pump up if they're going to do this next year, because they're not going to have as many films. They're not going to have as many TV shows. They may dive into comics. They may dive into some off stuff. Now putting this up onto the screen, this is how they ended last year. Which was holy moly. And they have to know that there's going to be maybe a lot of this next year. But I really think, I love the Ahsoka series, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. It's good. And I hope we get Balin. And a lot of you that listened to my show yesterday so far know my thoughts on remaining characters from that show. But I'd almost rather see at this point something iconic from historical Star Wars, second brother, like this to close it out. Something from the prequels. Something on this level.
Yep.
And, I mean, I'm going to throw something out at you guys. I was talking to a second brother, Jay, today over the phone about this. What do you think about what a perfect time with people getting gift cards, people getting money for the holidays, people want to get pumped up. You put up an artisan right now for Star Wars, at least as one of them. You put up an Obi-Wan, you put up a Luke, you put up a Leia, you put up a Han, you put up some darn thing, and then you say, okay, the queue's going to be end of the first week of January or second week in January. Oh, my God. Now, all of a sudden, you got people not doldrums about the new year. You got them like freaking pumped up. I can't wait for the holiday to be over so I can get on that queue. What do you think about that, second brother?
Yeah, I mean, they got to come out. They got to come out with something to get our blood moving. They got you. They got you. Like I keep saying, that heat is not around the corner. That heat is literally on their back. Literally. Only thing that's pretty much is keeping them, on top is that price point. That is it. So, but they had to come out with something at the end of the year. I mean, you start a standard by throwing out a banger at the end of the year. And I'm sitting there trying to think, what can they bring out? A single finger they can bring out that would give the same level of excitement as Mace.
I would
Think
really like a 2.0 Yoda from the prequels. I would really like that. I mean, I've been looking for one for a while, and they're pretty pricey now. I mean, I feel like people would pay a little bit more, than the previous, asking price from Sideshow. I feel like people, especially if they add some accessories as well.
Guys, real quick, just pausing here. We have got Lane, who's in the chat. Lane Kramer, a Cantina insider on the show, quite a bit, gifted a 6-scale Cantina membership. And I so do appreciate it, my friend. You're making me do this right about now, baby. And who did you get to spill it? Who's the lucky winner? Can anyone tell me? From the gifted membership, who is the latest Cantina insider from in here? Let me know in the chat. And Lane, if you're still in here, to put that in. But I really do appreciate that. And congrats to whoever was gifted that 6-scale Cantina membership. I do appreciate that. Just so everybody knows, I did just put up another entire episode of Aries Tarrington's Drunk on Coffee. I put it up here this afternoon, and we talk about some of this stuff that we're talking about up on here. So this lucky winner, you get to go ahead and watch that episode from today for sure. And but I just put up a brand new Drunk on Coffee. So if you guys want to join the channel, you can check that out. And actually, Drunk on Coffee, it's going to become an exclusive Cantina membership series. And I think someone said Big Dog Pound won this one. I need you guys' help again. 1, 2, 3. Woo! I did it that time without coughing. Holy macaroni. Thank you so much there, Lane. And then putting this up is too from the Blurred Dad Life says a $5 super chat. And I think that also makes me do this. Maybe. Come on.
Very much so.
Yes.
Very much so.
Very, very much so. And the question is my pleasure. 12/15/23 was Superman 45th anniversary. We need a Reeve. That's the thing too. We did just get Ben Affleck out of nowhere. Where was Batman vs Superman? 10 years ago?
forgot.
I mean,
Dang, that's crazy if it was.
it was it was a while ago.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you think
I
about
remember-
that, Joey?
I
Good.
remember I worked at the grocery store whenever that trailer came out. Sheesh, man, it's been a while.
That was a while ago.
It was. Ah, man.
So I'm going to give this super chat to you because I have the Reeve. You see it behind me. It's like behind me over there.
Okay.
It's an awesome figure, but it doesn't have rolling eyes, baby. And could use an upgrade now.
I think people would be all over that, especially the reaction we got from InArt, how much people really wanted that one. I think that a lot of people would be all over this one. It's not my Superman, but a Reeve 2.0 is crazy because I know that's going for crazy amounts right now. They have it at my local comic book shop, and I think it was like 600 around that much.
Yeah, it's average about the average is about 650 to 700 on average.
Sheesh. Yeah.
That's in good condition because some of the material is wearing over time. I know.
Yeah.
Jay has one, and he teased me with it. And I looked at him like, you know what, get out of my face. He gets mad when I tell him like, he's not your Superman. He's mine. He gets upset with that.
He gets a little
right now hearing me say it.
he gets a little touchy with that.
Yeah,
but no, I think. What do you think about that, second brother? Do you? I mean, they just come out with another Aflac, so I mean, it is possible they could throw that out. There's still a Warner Brothers 100th anniversary for a couple weeks.
Well, they could turn around and throw out a West. They could throw a 2.0 West. If they're gonna go there.
Yeah.
They could do a historical line. They could do that.
Yeah.
How about, man, everybody be down for a West Batman, a Burgess Meredith Penguin. So that third party Cesar Romero, how that just went. Come on. It's there. It's things that are there that you can 2.0 and some things that you can bring new.
Yep.
Like Catwoman. You could do all iterations of Catwoman. That would sell.
It would sell like crazy. How many people in the chat would like a Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman? Hey, I'm still wondering. Your brother. I mean, he's always on this with the with what's her name, the Anne Hathaway one that's coming out. That maybe they just give it. I actually could see them doing that. Honestly, I mean, with all the wool-rooted hair now and all the hoopla on Gal Gadot, could you see that, Collector Joey? And Blurred Dad Life, I really appreciate that super chat, baby. But staying kind of on this line, we're talking about 2.0s. Could you see them with that Anne Hathaway one, just saying, "Hey, we're doing it like Gal Gadot. We're giving you the wool-rooted hair."
I really hope so because I have it on pre-order. So I hope so. And I know I pre-ordered it not too long ago, and is it running on 2 years that they haven't released it yet? Is it getting that close? Jeez, that thing's
is that a reason, Collector Joey? You think? Maybe. I mean,
what? It could be. I didn't think about that. It could be a reason, and if it was the reason, I wouldn't mind waiting a little bit longer. Honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind either. What's your take on that, second brother? I mean, I feel like it's an investment marketing wise that they should do. I think if they do that, it goes a long way when people are thinking about, hey, I'm going to wait for this or I'm going to wait for that or I'm not buying no more. You throw a bone like that. I mean, the human condition, dude, as all three of us do here. Sometimes a little appreciation goes a long damn way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. I mean, to me, the small things count. I always tell a little bro, I'm like, dude, I will pay the extra money if someone spend the attention to detail.
Yep.
It could be somebody that give me something, a deal, like say, for instance, buying a car or whatever. It was like, okay, they're going to give me $1,500 off or whatever. But if I try and get a good relationship and a good feeling, I'll pay that extra money.
Yes, sir.
I will pay it. And like, because it makes you genuinely feel good in your spirit. But it's like with some of these figures, I think they get too caught up in main characters that you miss the peripheral. You miss the peripheral. And then you got to think about it. If there was no peripheral, what is that main piece going to build off of? So it's just like, okay, there's certain nuances of films. Like I'm trying to get Lil Macho for him. He's into Cobra Kai. He's into, Karate Kid. And then I explained to him, look at the things that's going on in the background. You got the main characters there, but just watch things in the background. And you turn around and get a bigger appreciation of it, because now you could dive into something in a much, much deeper level. Same thing with these. Same thing with these. With the figures. Every figure in the collection, I know for me, it tells a story. It tells a story.
Oh, it sure does.
Yeah, I got one of the strange thing going. I got a horror section that I have, and what I did, I put Harry Callahan in the middle of all these killers like Michael Myers, Ghostface, Freddy Krueger, and he just standing there with his 44 Magnum. Come on, do it. So I'm sitting there thinking, if anybody, I get real deep into thinking about this stuff. I was like, damn, you needed Dare to Harry where you had Jason running around. He'll take care of that real quick. But it's those things with our collection that we can pretty much, we can make up our own fantasies in our mind. I think we had a stream a while back that we was talking about when people start review bombing and doing all this crap that they're doing now, that's ruining things that we didn't have. Only way we had those is we sit back and close our eyes and imagine it. And now you have people that have grown up doing the same thing, and they putting out this work. And I think the biggest problem with Disney and with things that not working right, because they got people involved that don't have a vested interest. I would keep saying that. When you have people that have active readers, you have people that have active appreciations for this, you can turn around and tell when they Hot Toys, when they do these sculpts, when J&D, when they do their sculpts, when NR do their sculpts, you can actually see the passion that person is making in that sculpt when they do it. You can see it. You can see the work that is done to it.
You can see the artistry.
Right. You don't see where it's just processed and just thrown through a conveyor belt. You're seeing somebody actually put the detail in. And we have some little off ones. There's some little off ones. So from time to time, this tends to happen. Yeah. But you can see the work that's put into them. And that's what made with getting Hot Toys. Because Jay was collecting Hot Toys way before me. And what turned me on was the Michael Jackson Thriller one. And I saw it, and he opened it up for Christmas. I was like, whoa. That got me back into collecting. I kind of stopped. I stopped with with Toy Biz and McFarlane. I'm like, okay, this is getting redundant now. And then comic books are running me $300 a month, and I'm like, whatever. But seeing that brought me right back into it and see the level of detail. But
good stuff.
I see some guys talking about that Clint Eastwood. Yeah, that Clint Eastwood collection, that's a sleeper. Those are sleepers. And I hope if anyone, you have to get them. I mean, you have to at least get one. Aries, you have to get at least one.
Which one there, brother?
Where you turn around for the Clint Eastwood sideshow.
Oh, dude.
Man.
Go ahead and make my day.
Man.
Come on.
I got the man with all of them been coming in hot and heavy, man. I got the man with no name. Jay comes up, man, I want to get that dirt. I'm like, dude, I told you to get them.
Dude, you got to grab one of those then, baby. You got to grab one. You got to show me.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
While you're doing that, we're going to shout out to Leo, my good friend from the 1/6 scale man. Again, tough for a lot tonight, but always appreciate Leo jumping on and not able to make it tonight, but goes, what's up, people? Sorry I couldn't make it tonight, guys. Work is work as always. I'll be supporting from afar. Always good to have you in here, my man, and always great supporter here. And don't forget, everybody here, support my brother Leo, the 1/6 scale man, doing just a great job on that channel for 4, and the hardest working guy in this business for sure. And thank you so much, Lale, for watching. But yeah, I mean, Collector Joey, I'm kind of pretty stoked because I'm really getting a sense that they want to set the table and precedence for last year. And I want to go back to what we were talking about and bring some things up before we start getting into my top 10 upcoming head sculpts. And I got some honorable mentions. We're going to start off with those, which may be a little controversial because then you or maybe second brother or people are going to say, why didn't they make it in? But listen, this is how they closed out the year. But I think that they know how they closed out the year. And I'm going to get to that in a second there, second brother. But I'm just going to let Collector Joey answer on this.
Okay.
I really feel that they know what they're doing. And I think that Affleck Batman was the first of maybe a few that they want to show off. Maybe it is that Superman that Blurred Dad Life was talking about in that super chat. But I think one of them is going to be a Star Wars. What say you?
Yeah, yes, one of them could be a Star Wars. This one, you know, at first, the Mace Windu, it didn't look good to me. But now that I'm looking at it, I think this one looks really good.
Dude, I don't know why people liked it, but I don't know. I thought it was like right on. Like it looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Now that I'm looking at it a little bit more, it does. I can see where it's like it's somewhere a little tad bit off, but I want to see an updated version, a final product, because I feel like the final product could look a lot better than this.
I don't think the lighting served it well.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Is that what? Yeah.
And like I mentioned on Brother Cousins as well one time, you can always notice now when we don't get the rolling eyeballs, you can notice it. But this one still, I like it. And I know you couldn't really do the rolling eyeballs because he doesn't have any like hair to you know, hide the seam or things like that. So this one I could see why I think they still could have done it, but it would be such a pain to get to, kind of like the batteries. You know, they're starting to get rid of those batteries. I had to deal with the batteries not too long ago. Terrible still. But yeah, this head sculpt looks good. Are you saying like what other head sculpts do I think might come out soon or
Oh no! I just think that the way that they ended the year last year was just so epic, and
it was.
We had so many new things.
Yeah,
so many new things, guys, this year. My point is, I don't think that they could focus as much on some of the older stuff because maybe they needed to hold it back because, again, what the heck are they going to put out in 2024? There's not a whole lot for Marvel, new. There's not a whole lot for Star Wars, new. There's not a whole lot for DC, new. And as aforementioned, there was a lot of some new IPs that they were jumping into this year and coming out with. I think this 2024, that it's possible. It could be the year of 2.0s. It could be the year where we get a lot of stuff like a Poe Dameron would be nice. Like an Admiral Akbar would be so nice. Like a Dengar would be nice. Like a Bosk would be just very, very special. Can you say Cassian Andor? Shoot, just make it from the Rogue One series. You could give me Saul Guerrera. You could give me Cassian Andor. Give me a damn give me a freaking artisan, Jyn Erso. Shoot, I could give you a whole bunch just from Rogue One, if nothing else, that you can put out, baby.
They could do stuff from the Andor show as well. I mean,
I don't know why they didn't.
They could though. I mean,
maybe they're waiting for season 2, which they're not even doing that next year, are they?
I'm not sure.
No.
You would know. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're not. But anyway, let's take you got that figure of Dirty Harry, my man. I'm going to go ahead and go back to. Let's see.
Well, this just I had to get Dirty Harry out the case, but I got the you know, all his generations of the different westerns that he's done.
Oh,
I am like stoked on how these things came out. I mean, they came out good.
Wow. And tell me again, what company's putting them out, brother? Because
that's Sideshow. That's Sideshow.
This is just Sideshow.
Yeah.
Really good.
Oh yeah.
I saw where they had him come in the studio and everything and look at that. I saw that when they were doing their showcase of them. It looked really cool.
Yeah, I think what it was, he had to give the final approval to see what they had to work with, and then he'll sign off on it. Because if it was some crap, he'd been like, "Nah, that's okay,
Yeah.
that's
It's
okay."
crazy how
And
old he is, and he's
yeah,
still
and he's
doing that.
very. I mean, I met him back in 93, 94.
Mm,
He was in DC doing the Line of Fire, and I was doing some extra work and got to meet him and got to conversate with him.
yeah.
And he's definitely a perfectionist, and I know he would not have anybody to put his name on anything unless he had a hand in it and saw what was being done. So,
Wow, that is very special. And yeah, I was looking at some of those pictures actually some weeks ago, their
mhm.
second brother. So now I may have to talk to you a little bit, and because that's something that could be right up my alley there with that, and that looks pretty special. And then shout
Mhm.
out OG fan says the Josie Wales is the best one yet in the Clint Eastwood legacy
Mhm.
collection, and shout out to the OG fan. It's good to have him in here for sure. And as usual, we haven't filled up table 2 yet, guys. So who better than fill it up than with the most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy than Boba?
I'm Boba Fett. I'm here to see the mayor.
Boba Fett. Do you have an appointment?
Boba Fett, just come right on in, baby. Come on, come on, come on. Coffee, coffee, coffee. And Brandon says the full Ahsoka line. I think you're going to get it. And the reason I think you're going to get it, second brother, is because I think everybody's been buying, for the most part, what's been coming out on that. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah, I pretty much pre-ordered that whole line. Just
I mean,
waiting
until
for
people stop buying, why would they stop putting it out?
And
Yep.
honestly, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna scale back a little bit coming into 2024. But I'm just like, when I saw the Ahsoka line, especially when they did Ahsoka the White, when they did Sabine, they kind of find out with Sabine, like, whoa, this is getting even better. And at the same time, I got Finnick in hand, and I'm just like, whoa, how would they gonna they'll keep cranking it up, and then I saw Hera, and then I saw Ahsoka the White. I'm like, oh, it gets better. Now I'm just like itching for Balin. They have to do Balin. I mean, that'd be one that Hot Toys had some missed opportunities. And I'm with Brandon also about that Black Chrysanthemum. And that's another missed opportunity right there. It's just, I won't say missed opportunities because they still can go back and do it. But it's just like, once that wave is going, they have to keep it. They have to keep it going. Ahsoka was the last show, so they need to close that out. They needed to go through Andor. And I'm, I think by people review bombing things, that pretty much is making Disney and Hot Toys kind of shy from characters. Like we just had the Marvels. I can't wait to get a Kamala Khan.
Dude, I really liked the movie. I'll be honest with you. I did. I enjoyed it.
Right. It's like
I enjoyed it.
Blue Beetle. Like
I enjoyed that.
If you want
another show with a good family dynamic, it was funny. It was good. It was well done.
Right.
I thought it was
But then
good.
think about it as a figure. I've seen was it Prime One? Prime One did a statue of the Blue Beetle, and I was sitting there like, damn, this thing is amazing.
Yeah.
Hot Toys. I mean, that's money on it. We keep saying that's money on the table there.
This blurred light just put one shot there, money on the table.
Blue Beetle has been crazy to see in 6 scale.
Yeah.
Nathan's in here says, yeah, these Western Eastwood figures are great. The Dirty Harrys are cool. Yeah, a lot of people like that for sure. They McMurphy says they also have Man with No Name and Dirty Harry premium format statues coming out. Come on. Nick says, give me a Baze to go with my Chirrut. I hear you. I got a Chirrut right next to my gin. Again, give me a freaking Cassian Andor, please. Amon Maffa from Andor. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Come on. All right, we're gonna count down my top 10 head sculpts that are forthcoming. It was very hard to do this. I probably don't have them all right. This is just my quick view because there's so much stuff coming, and then I want to compare it. I want to compare these to see, are they better or on par with like Yandu or some of the ones that we hold up as the best ever? And can they, are they going to hold up, some of these to the upcoming in art like Aragorn? Are they on that level? And I think it's going to be very interesting when I pull these up. I have two tied in top 10. So they're both making it in top 10. But I'm going to bring up my top 10. Now, these are upcoming. These are upcoming Hot Toys that are not yet released. And it's going to show you kind of a new age that we're in as I bring this up. So without further ado, number 10 on my list, and we're going to go to you first, Collector Joey. I had to put this on my list.
See it.
I know a lot of people don't care about the movie, but it is so flipping good.
It is.
It is good.
Yeah.
And I'm honestly, it had to make my top 10.
Yeah. And how Hot Toys does with an older
Yeah.
older looking person. They knock it out of the park almost every time. I would say 95% of the time. If it's an older character, it's spot on. That's what I think.
Yeah, it made my top 10. There's another one on my top 10. Second Brother, what do you think about this? I mean, the amount of detail, the way that they focused on the structure of his jaw, the nose, the way the eyes are instepped in. I don't know, dude. I mean, I love the Force Awakens Han. It is a hallmark of my collection. But dude, I'm all pumped up about Harrison Ford anyway. The fact that they put this out because I know what's coming. I know in my heart what's coming. I know for the Wizard Crystal Ball what's coming. But this is in my top 10.
This sculpt, this sculpt is good. Me, I have a sixth sense of humor. I would try to get a scaled down version of the 1/6 Han Solo they destroyed on Jimmy Kimmel, and just put it in his hand and just put him in the display that way. But you gotta love Harrison. You gotta love what Hot Toys done, because this is not a small feat doing an aged character. It is not easy at all, and just like Joey said, they knock it out of the park. They knock it out of the park every time. And,
Yeah, I mean, just look at that. Look at it.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Well, that's Mace again. It's good to look at as well, for sure. But yeah, it's gorgeous, dude.
Yeah, it's just
the
thing is when you get the final production and see, because usually, hopefully, that they do some improvements, but I don't see where they can make any improvements on this. This is perfect.
It belongs in a museum. That's a funny one. We gotta fill him up for that. Should we fill him up on I don't know. Should we fill him up on table 2? Should we? Yeah, let's fill him up on table
Coffee
2.
regular. Love it. That's breast milk.
My other tied with top 10 upcoming. I don't know I couldn't even make some in here. It makes me sad because I love all of these, but it's tied. And listen, I had to put him in here. I'm sorry. It's the best one we're going to get. The best one. And it's Obi-Wan.
Yes.
I am telling you, this head sculpt, to me, I'm going to buy this and put it on my Revenge of the Sith. I'm going to do it, Collector Joey.
Yes.
I'm putting it on my Revenge of the Sith. Freaking, I just am.
Yeah.
Dude, that is like sick.
And you can have the helmet too, and you have two figures basically now, an updated one, and then you have an updated Obi-Wan from the prequels, and then you have just a helmeted version of the Clone Wars Obi.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. I mean, it's tied with 10. I do think that this is like almost. I don't know.
It's good.
I heard some people, Second Brother, say maybe off here or there. I don't see where it's off at all. but I think it's better than the Revenge of the Sith one. And I like that one. I got that one in hand. Dude, I like this figure. I like the sculpt, dude.
Man, I can't wait for it to come out, considering I have the Hot Toys. I mean, not the Hot Toys, the Sideshow version from way back when he had the mullet in the armor. So going from that to this is a big stark improvement. I can see where you're going to do the head swapping thing with them, but this right here is going to be a nice, unique piece right here of General Anakin and General Obi, and then that lightsaber is USB. All of it's going to be fired when it comes out. But for the head sculpt,
it's so hot. It's so hot.
It is on point. It is on point. Like they've been knocking. It's hard for you to do the top 10. It's hard because they've been putting out some bangers this year.
So you almost have to wonder what the heck is 9, 8, 7, 6 all the way up top there. But I mean, now does this have rolling eyes, guys?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
Because in the Clone Wars line, we had the freaking Ahsoka and Maul, right? Coming up, but I'm looking through the. It would have been great if it did. Let me know in the chat if it does come with the rolling eyes, but damn, that definitely makes my my top 10 with this. I mean, and I want to go to some other. There's 18 more photos, and I think that there is even a close up of the head sculpt where they may actually tell you.
I think.
Here you go.
Market tag says it does.
It does?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow. They didn't even show it in the other pictures.
Dude,
they
like, damn. Damn, that even goes up another notch then, guys.
Yeah. That's an extra updated head sculpt for that prequel Obi-Wan.
You know I'm going to put it on it. You know I'm putting it on the... there's just no doubt.
I think... I didn't pre-order this one, but I think now you kind of convinced me.
I
don't know if it's still if it's on waitlist or anything, but I might have.
No, I don't.
No, this one's not.
Oh, okay. I might have to get on that then.
Wow, this one does have rolling eyes function. Isn't that freaking amazing? Yeah. So again, I mean,
still available, Joey.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you what, guys. When we would do a top 10 years ago. You would never. These two figures I just showed, this and Indiana Jones, would be like figure of the year. They'd be like close to number 1. We didn't even get close to number 1 yet. We didn't even get close. Mike Litteris is in the house saying, "Fill me up at table Clone Force 99, baby." Oh my goodness gracious, I love that. And let's go ahead and fill you up. It's very special. You won't believe this, Mike Litteris. Who in the world is sitting at table Clone Force 99? You won't believe who's sitting with the damn Bad Batch. You won't believe it has extra pepperoni. It even's got freaking anchovies, baby. Let's play it right now for you.
You're delicious. Ciao, boys.
Good to have Mike in the house, and given the $2 McBomb, come on, and I do appreciate the support, and happy holidays to you, Mike, for that. Yeah, we did get the whole Bad Batch. You have to wonder if we're going to get the whole freaking Grand Inquisitors, and I say yes, especially when they come out with that Vader and that other Obi-Wan. But let's keep it going. You guys want to go to number 9? You guys want to see my number 9?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
It looks so good. Yes, and I'm bringing up, I mean, this just came up on pre-order. You guys know what I'm going to show.
Yeah.
And this freaking head sculpt, dudes. Oh my God.
Perfect.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
This one isn't lower. I'm surprised this one isn't lower. I really am.
It is. Well, yeah. I had a hard time. It is so good.
Yeah.
I mean, and now I'm wondering if this has rolling freaking eyes.
It does.
It does.
Wow. I mean, what do you guys think about this? I mean,
I think it was perfect, especially.
I think it's perfect too. I honestly,
the moles that they got, like on point. I mean, it's crazy how they have the smallest mole they have on his face is absolutely insane.
I mean, it's like second brother. Well, I mean, you're getting this right or no?
Oh yes, sir. Oh yes, sir. When it was first announced, I'm like, okay, I already put the RSVP in, and then when I saw, okay, they're going to put it out, they can put the SKU on it, finally put it out. Oh yeah, no doubt.
How do you do any better than this? Let me ask you. I'm talking about just the face. How do you do any better?
I mean, you can't. It's just like they're okay. I'm like speechless because they can't do any better, but they do.
Yes.
And even when you see it in different lighting angles, like in this photo here, you could turn around and see, you're like, whoa, okay, they put their work in on this one. They definitely but they put their work in on all of them. So if you turn around and put them in, try to compare them with it's hard because it's almost like, okay, when I looked at Hera, I'm like, okay, they reached the pinnacle with this. Then they brought out Ahsoka. I'm like, damn, okay, made me eat my words. Then I see this, you eat your words again. So it's just best for you to just sit back and just take it all in, because at least one thing for certain, it's getting better. They're not sitting back and just getting relaxed, and we get little maybe sculpts or whatever. Like I said, that heat is coming around the corner, and that's what we've been asking for. That heat been coming in that corner. The other companies, the third parties, are throwing the bangers out there, and they put pressure on Hot Toys for them to come out with their best to remain on top.
Well, yeah, go ahead, Joey.
This is another one that you can kind of do like with Obi. You could get a black suit, just all black, and put that head sculpt on it, and you could kind of see the spider suit underneath that suit and everything, and then you could put the regular Spider-Man head sculpt on the black suit, this black suit Spider-Man, and you got two figures right there, which they complement each other perfectly because it looks like from when he was, going crazy or whatever, the funny moments in Spider-Man 3 when he had the black suit on and everything. So that would be really cool to do something like that.
Oh yeah, I don't even know how. Like I said, how it's number 9. Laura says, "Wow, that Obi-Wan." No, I agree, my friend. And Charlie says, "TK FOMO, doing a good work on your collector, Joey." With that Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff. Remember, everybody in here, you're watching 6 Scale Raw. And don't forget, there's going to be 2 giveaways, not just one, but 2. And not just one hot toy, but 2 hot toys. And it's going to be this coming Sunday, Christmas Eve morning. So everybody in here, listen carefully. If you comment on the market show from just yesterday, I put it out late yesterday afternoon, actually. Okay? Go ahead and comment on that video. Just go to my channel, look for the market show from yesterday, comment on it, and if you miss out on the first hot toy on Sunday morning, which is Christmas Eve, you get an opportunity to win another one as the show continues. So don't forget that. We're going to be giving away a couple of hot toys. Hope you guys can make it on Christmas Eve morning. It's the 3rd annual Christmas Eve morning with Aries that's coming up. So I definitely want to plug that. Going in just a few of the comments in here. Mike Litteris says, need more Clone Wars. No, it's on my banner from yesterday. I agree. Big Dog Pound says, this Toby is amazing. No, it really, really is. Peter says, need a young indie from the first 3. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. And Single Songwriter says in here, the final Monday Night Raw. This is the final Monday Night Raw for 2023 and ever, because then we get Sunday Night Raw in 2024. You're going to get 6 Scale. You're getting Raw again on Sunday, and it's going to be in the morning because it's Christmas Eve morning. It's Christmas Eve morning with Aries, and then after that, every Sunday, it's going to be Sunday Night Raw. and what you're gonna do when the Dark Jedi goes Sunday Night Raw in 2024 on you. And I would do that with more vigor, but you don't want me to cough right in your face here live. So let's continue with number 8. What could number 8 be, guys? Do we have a drum roll? Dun 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 dun. You're gonna be what could be ahead of this. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Ooh, yes.
Oh, this is hard. This is hard. You know this is hard. This is hard because this is sick as frack. And it was hard not making any of these number Mick 1. But dudes, this is the next one. This is 8, right? Here you go. Second brother. What do you think about that, baby?
Yeah, man. When I saw this, I was just like, pull the trigger. That was an easy one. That's an easy one right there. And I have the sideshow version of this, minus the lightning skull that it comes with. But this right here. Now, this is one I think that it will actually be better in hand.
If it's, I think it may be. I think I may faint. You know those. It's like I seriously like. I may look at this and might be like, it's and fall over. It's that good. Like it's like I may just dunk it in my coffee. It's so freaking delicious. It's like I got to play the Pizza the Hut clip again. I mean, seriously, dude, this is like. I don't know. And this has separate roll of eyes. I know it does. I know it does.
I know this one, but this one right here, I know if my dad was alive, I would end up buying him one.
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
Because my dad was a Vader. He just like both a Vader nut, and
he would love this from the original trilogy.
Exactly.
I mean, look at that.
I
mean, so how do you not display this without this on? And I think there's an option actually where they have a stand you could probably put this on instead of the helmet, right, guys?
Yeah.
So I bet you how many collectors do that.
This one will be, I would have to see what the head sculpt is popped out for. Can you pop the head sculpt, but the skull sculpt, will it fit on any other Hot Toys Vader? Because then I could do it because I have 6 of them in here. So already,
you think it would? I bet you it would, right?
Hopefully, I will hope so. If it does, I have Sideshow's version of Palpatine and not Palpatine, of the Emperor, and he's going to take that ride. I'm gonna figure out some way for Vader to have him over his head like this. I'm like I've been trying to figure out how am I going to do this and do this with a DTOF and make it work. But I managed to, along with help with Jay, I managed to get the Lizard base, the Green Goblin on the glider, Electro, and Spider-Man all in the DTOF at the same time. So, if that's able to be pulled off, I could do it with this.
Look what L8 says here, guys. Grabbing this to upgrade my Sideshow Vader. That's actually pretty pretty cool. I mean, he waited to get this one. This is an upgrade, Joey.
Yeah, I got the 1/4 one right here. My 1/4 one's always out.
Ooh, let's blow that up because I'm thinking about buying one.
This one I got for a good deal. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's pretty good.
Oh, it's like freaking like insanity. That's insanity.
The back, I love the detail on the cow or the back part. It looks so good. And you can take it out too, but there's a little spot right here where there's nothing, but it's cool that you can take it out and everything. And this one does come with a stand as well that has like a little red light that can shine him up.
That illuminates it.
Yeah, that illuminates it. So,
I gotta go buy it now. Listen,
that was funny because Sideshow's one is like that.
Yeah, that's sick, bro. That's sick.
Yeah,
that is sick.
It's really nice. The Vader's up there, right there, but looks so cool.
Yeah,
dude, that is nice.
Sideshow's one. like that for the helmet. And I think it has the same. I think it's.
Oh
it
yeah,
has
oh yeah. I think you
LED.
could.
Yes, it has the same LED.
Mm-hmm.
Uh
Oh shit.
oh. Yeah, but it has the same LED.
Yeah,
Has that stand? I'm watching you seeing you do that there. Yeah.
that
Yeah,
looks cool.
yeah. That's
Very nice,
this
man.
thing is
Very
pretty dated. This
nice.
thing is pretty dated. So just to see a newer version of what they do.
Wow. It is that is crazy. But yeah, no, this is my Beskar kid goes, must have all Vader's. Does the
Yes.
Dark Jedi even have a do I have a Darth Vader clip? Let's play it on table one.
The force is strong in this one.
Wrong. The force is strong with this freaking Vader. Are you kidding me? That is number 8. What could be ranked higher than this for me? Honestly, guys, I had just the hardest freaking times. I don't even know what to tell you here with this. You guys want to see what number 7 is?
Let's see it. Let's
Oh
see
yeah.
it.
All right. This was hard. It's hard to go with all of these. It's another Star Wars one.
Okay.
She is. I have the DX. I have the DX21, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just being honest with you. I thought that DX21 was great.
But this,
I feel like this is like perfect. I mean, look at her. I don't know. I'm sorry. Ahsoka made it for me.
Are you talking about both the head sculpts or just that one right there?
Just that one. Just that one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. No, I mean, I love the
Yeah.
the warrior one. Yes, but I'm sorry. This is just.
That's amazing.
man.
What do you think, guys?
Looks so good.
I mean, okay, let me ask you this. We've talked about how you could do better than a DX 20 and 21. How do you do better than this? I don't know with this one.
You can't. I mean, you almost have to put them in their own individual category because they look so good. I can't honestly compare one to the other and say which is the best. I'm talking about the sculpts that came out now.
Jeez, look at
And
crazy. Come on.
It's wow. I cannot wait to see Rosario actually having that figure in hand. You know, to look at it and pose it because the likeness is incredible. It is absolutely incredible.
I thought the first one was good, and it's crazy.
No,
how
the
much
first
they
one
can-
was excellent. I'll be honest, that was my figure of the year for that first one. And then seeing this one, I'm like, whoa, it is a definite difference in the sculpts.
Look at what single songwriter says. Those eyes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Laura says stunning.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I still love this donut. Best car. Must have all Vaders. Must have all Fets. Must have all Vaders. Listen, this is number 7 for me. And then let's see what number 6 is. And I had to put this on here because I just can't believe how good it is.
Let's see. Ooh, yes.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan, guys, and I'm just sorry.
This one's good.
This is. You said that they do older characters well. This is like sick.
Really good.
I mean,
even the mouth plate.
Yeah. I mean, are you guys getting this figure? I mean, this is like no brainer for me.
Yes.
I'm holding out. I grew up with Bale's Batman, so that's my Batman. But this was really cool seeing an older Batman come to life.
And this has separate rolling eyeballs too, Collector Joey.
But
as far as for you, Michael,
was a little off for me, a little bit. But Hot Toys don't make it look better in the end.
what do you think of the detail of the skin texture, capturing the age and capturing the essence with the movie? I thought it was just perfection here.
That's I wonder how they do that. How much you have to zoom into a picture to know every wrinkle this dude has. It's crazy, especially throughout his jaw as well. You have like just that pitting, and it just looks really good. And I feel like his face sculpture isn't something easy to capture either, but they did it perfectly, I think, on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Second brother. I mean, as far as with these upcoming here, do you see what I'm putting on the table? Do you see what I'm serving up? Do you see what Hot Toys is doing? And I mean, these would be figures of the year if they came out looking like this. And many, we're not even, we're getting into the top 5 now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And man, I can sit there and tell you would. Let's say, Vincent, if you serve these figures up as a meal, and I had to make a choice, I end up going hungry. I'm like, you know what? I can't do it. All of them look good. All of them look good.
It's almost like
if I can't have them all, I just won't have none.
it's like a bunch of them over mozzarella. It's like, what do you do with it?
You're delicious. Ciao, boys.
Yeah, that is a lot of stuff.
I got him and the 89. And the reason I'm trying to got both of them is I want to put them side by side, from past to the present. So, and that reminds me, I need to put that pre-order in for Supergirl before I forget.
And look at these here. AJ says, I'm trying so hard to pass on this figure, but she looks amazing. That's Ahsoka. No, I know what you're talking about. Jeffrey goes, yup. Batman, baby. Jordan says, only wanted a pre-order. Excuse me. The 89. Laura says, it's almost scary how good that Michael Keaton looks. Wow. It's crazy. And Single Songwriter says that I'm delicious. Come on, baby. Come on. You want to guess what number 5 is?
I had to guess.
So hard. You're someone's gonna be number 1 for some of you.
Let's see. Okay.
I'm sorry. She is so lifelike to me. It looks like I don't know. Second brother, number 5, head sculpt. What do you think?
You making it hard, man. Yeah, I can tell you making
Hot
it hard.
Toys is making it hard.
Making it hard.
Because these are all looking like I mean, it's insane.
Special. I mean, this one. Whew.
I mean, look at how good she freaking looks.
It's just.
I mean, that is.
All of us could say. All of us.
It looks like a freaking photo.
Look, all of the female characters that Hot Toys have put out this year has been bangers. They have, like they say, like Grandma put her feet in it when she made that meal, and damn, they did it here. They did it here, and it's just. I mean, just that whole Ahsoka line itself is going to be legendary of the artwork. Because if they want to show this is what we can do, just pull that line out. That's all you need to do. You just pull that line out with Sabine, with Hera, Ahsoka. You put those 3, you're like, whoa. And then if we turn and get a Shin and Balin, then you turn around and forget Thrawn, and then I hope they put Morgan. I hope they do. They have to. But only time would tell. But man, no brainer. And actually, you pretty much know how much money in pre-orders all of us is putting out.
It is absolutely crazy. Joey, I'm going to go to you on this real quick while I grab another drink here. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give it to you for a minute. This is my number 5. Go, baby.
Okay. Yeah. So now I did like this figure at at first I was looking at it. The lighting was a little bit. I don't know. Some of the lighting wasn't 100% for me, but in some pictures it was. So I really do think it looks good. I'm just really used to the Mary Elizabeth Winstead from what is it? Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I'm really used to seeing that Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and I guess that's just not. I'm not seeing it correctly because she's older now. Because this is like the first I've seen her in a long time, other than Cloverfield Lane. I really like that movie too. But I think my favorite part about this head sculpt is how good they sculpted the. I don't know what the thing on her head would be called, like a. Whatever it is, the leather on there just looks so realistic, especially with those goggles. I think that looks really good. They couldn't have done any better, honestly, with that part. And even the head sculpt is growing on me a lot. It really is. I know at first on my kind of reaction I had to it, I wasn't like I thought it looked good, but I wasn't 100% sold. But now I'm looking at it a little bit more. You guys are convincing me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, especially because it looks more realistic as you get to the eyes. The eyes, it gets like a lighter tone, which is really, really interesting how they did that. And it makes it look a lot more realistic when you get towards the eyes.
It's funny because with the likeness and, how they have gotten so good with these sculpts, my mom always used to make a joke that she's like, you got these things look so real. One night you'll be in that basement and those things are going to come to life.
It's freaking Toy Story all over.
Right. Those things are going to come to life. And
Hot
and that's
Toys,
what I'm
Toy
saying.
Story.
Whew.
I can't imagine those people with like the busts and stuff like that. That's that's crazy. I couldn't do that.
Well,
This
this
is
past
crazy.
Halloween, I had some decorations up, and I had one of a witch that dances and moves. I put out in the front, and I brought inside the house until family members like, look, you need to do something with that thing, because we know it's a witch and it's one of them little imaginary thing that came out of Home Depot, but the damn thing almost looked lifelike.
Yeah.
Got it with looks.
Austin Nicholas, he has an Annabelle doll, like the actual Annabelle doll, like that sits next to him. I'm like, bro, I could not have that in my house.
That would be hard, dude. That would be hard. I could have this in my house, though. Anyway, you guys ready for number 4, 3, 2, and 1?
Let's go.
This is going to be very interesting. It's going to stir up so much stuff, but I'm sorry.
Let's see what you got coming up.
It's what it is, baby. It's what it is.
Oh, yes, bro. Yes.
Yeah. We go. Let's talk about it because it is the freaking Joker. I'm sorry. They freaking killed this.
They did.
They killed it. They freaking killed it. And it's number 4. I mean, what else can I say? It's going to rival in art. It's going to go back and forth. It's going to create a lot of stir. And that's what you want, second brother. You want that. If iron's going to truly sharpen iron, if you're going to have champion against champion, if you're going to be able to continue to have these companies hit new levels, which is what happens, you should come to expect this. And I can't wait to see what this actually looks like when it comes out. But this is number 4 for me, baby. And now you're seeing it's like, whoa, wait a minute. You put up all those other figures. You remember back in the beginning there, I'm putting up freaking Indiana Jones. I'm tying it with Obi-Wan. We got all these. What's going on? Now you're seeing why.
Yeah, man. With this one, especially it should be in its own category because it's an artisan. But then, yet and still, we have multiple versions of this figure now. I mean, multiple versions of this character. Now we've gotten to the point like, all right, who is the best? Because now, J&D just threw their hat in the ring, but I think they pretty much outpriced themselves. It was like 17, was it 1,500 and 1,700 was the pricing on those? with J&D.
Yeah, I mean that's just like I mean I could go. That's like I might just go buy a wax museum freaking.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
what I call that's what I call a Rodeo Drive piece right there. So, you know, that's where people have discretionary money, just like, hey, you know what, I'm just going to do it for what the hell. But you know, I cannot wait for this to come out and they do a comparison between in art and this one. I cannot wait to see it. It's like I'm pretty much like all of us was fighting for it, and I lucked out and got one. So, man, it's just
it's hard. It's hard.
It gets tough. Then especially got that hair, you know.
It looks good. Well, before we get to Collector Joey, just want to let everybody know in here we are counting down the Dark Jedi's top 10 upcoming Hot Toys head sculpts. And man, oh man, this is number 4. It's been fun. We had 2 tied at number 10. What the heck could be in the top 3? And don't forget, for everybody's in here, on Sunday, so that's where 6 scale Raw is going to be moving. And for the first Sunday, it's going to be in the morning at 9:30 in the morning because that's the 3rd annual Christmas Eve morning with Aries this coming Sunday. And I'm going to give away not just 1 hot toy, but I'm going to give away 2 hot toys Christmas Eve morning. Make sure you're all there for that if you're able to make it. All you have to do, besides believe, you have to throw that in there, is just go ahead and comment on the market show from yesterday, baby. What's going to be in the top 3? But before we do that, Collector Joey, what do you think about this? Was this a good choice for me?
Ooh, yes, it was. I absolutely love this one. I honestly think this one was better than the unart sculpt. The hair, of course, is better from inart, but the sculpt right here, I really love because you could do a lot of scenes with it. You could do the hit me scene, you could do the lick me, whatever, freaking his lips or whatever it is, and then it's just freaking. Oh my god, it looks so. Ah man, I wasn't gonna pre-order this one, but I did it. I actually got this one, and I don't know how it's gonna look next to like Second Brother said. I don't know how it's gonna look next to the InArt one, but we're gonna see, and I can't wait to see some comparisons between the two. This sculpt is absolutely amazing, and I'm a big Joker guy. I got the 1/3 Joker over here. I got the InArt. I had the Hot Toys one. This one is on my radar for sure. Good pick, Aries. I think it's really good.
No, and shout out to Link. I haven't seen Link in a long time, but great Katina Insider right here. Good to have Link in the house. So shout out to you, my friend, in here. J&D on sale at the Big Bad Toy Store. Single songwriter says, set your alarms and notifications. Sunday morning, December 24th, 9:30. You guys ready for number 3?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This was so hard for me, guys. I didn't even know how to do this, but this is one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. I'm being honest.
Okay, let's see it. Ooh,
and
yeah.
I like her as it is, but I'm just saying, Elizabeth Olsen here.
Yeah.
Holy freaking crap! I'm just sorry. It is like a dream. The way she looks here, it just is. And I've got I think you've seen her. You got the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman artisan. Do you have it, Eamon?
Nah.
Or
I tried, but then I missed out on it, and
your brother has it though.
My hands on one, but I wasn't going to pay that price. I just morally couldn't do it.
Yeah, dude, this freaking. I'm sorry.
But this
I had
one right
to put her on here.
Once I saw this one, the Wonder Woman, like,
I almost like the same way. Yeah,
I'm good.
I mean,
I'm good.
I was just like, whoa. And I'm trying to get to some of these other pictures in here. That's so good. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, that is just so good. Number 3 for me, and it's an artisan. You have to wonder if number one's going to be an artisan. You have to wonder, guys. But Collector Joey, I don't know. This is one of the best action figures. If it comes out looking like this,
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best action figures of all time.
This is one of those rare moments where I actually prefer the sculpted over the.
The sculpted's great.
It is, and
It is good as frick.
yeah, but this one looks good too. I like this. It's a little bit more poofy than it is in the movies, but you can't really get around that. Everything's gonna be like that, honestly. But even it's not just the head sculpt here. That base on this figure was amazing as well.
Yeah.
That base was beautiful.
Yeah, that base is beautiful. The big dog pound, woo. He wants this freaking.
Yeah.
Let's go to that base.
Look at that.
Yeah,
You can use
honestly,
that for so many things.
You're right.
that is a cool base. 2 LED lighting modes for this. I guess you would need it the way. That is I'm being honest with you guys. Putting her on this with that base.
It's gonna look crazy.
Oh my God. Number 3.
Let's see it.
This was number 3. What's number 2? You guys have to know, right? Or you don't know. If when I show you number 2, I know Second Brother's going to go, Aries, what the frack you got at number 1? Anticipation. I'm sorry.
Come on, Aries. The artist has got to be in his own different category.
But number 1's not an artisan. Number 1 is not an artisan.
Category.
Spoiler
That's
alert.
not fair. That's not fair to put the artisans and the regular ones together.
I know, but it's just so good. And they didn't give me it sculpted with this. I know it's not. Come on. Come on.
Look at that. That's
Dude,
crazy.
that doesn't. I guarantee you, Second Brother, if we did a gala poll, or if we did a Hot Toys Wizard poll, and I went to New York City, and I asked 1,500 people surveyed, saying, is this a toy or an actual picture of Hayden Christensen? I guarantee you 90% of them are going to say, it's not a toy.
Right.
That's insane what I'm looking at here, dude.
It
I'm
is.
just being honest. And no, I didn't get the damn pre-order. But is it possible that my waitlist conversion is going to come true? And I say yes.
If if they keep putting out the artisan that looked like he fell over with a couple of drinks, it may convert.
It's going to convert real quick.
Yeah.
Then I'll have to send this to somebody. Say, what can it? Then I may have to. Maybe I'll just go ahead and like take a match to it, see if I can burn it like Revenge of the Sith and get him to look and get my own freaking Revenge of the Sith version here. I'm sorry, this is number 2 for me. What the heck could number 1 be? But before that, let's go to Joey. Joey?
Yeah. I was the lucky one to actually get this one.
I
Oh,
know,
man.
I remember, bro.
Yeah. And I had a friend too that this is his second hot toy ever. He actually got in line and was able to get it. So I was happy for him because then what was funny is that we hadn't talked about it in a long time. He got this thing on pre-order and everything, and he follows like 1 or 2 groups on Facebook, from some popular groups, and he sends me that picture of him all drunk and everything and said, "Bro, I got bamboozled." I was like, "Bro," because he doesn't know much about Hot Toys or anything like that, so he just watches my channel. But he's saying, "Bro, they bamboozled me." I was like, "No, bro, do not worry at all. It's not gonna look like that afterwards." I just thought that was really funny because I just got that message at a random, and all that controversy was going on. I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, that is freaking hysterical.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, do you remember, guys, how amazing the buzz was and how people love? I mean, even with the Scarlet Witch too.
Yeah.
And they gave it enough time now. People are like, when's the next one coming? Because they didn't do one. I think now would be a great time to do one, especially if you're like, okay, now the first week or second week in January, now people go into New Year, be like, okay, well, I can't wait for that. They're going to get some money from the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sorry. I think Laura's right here. That artisan Anakin, it's a shrunk down real person. That's what I think, Laura. I really, really, really do. Beskar says Hayden is GOAT. Beskar, you're the man.
The only true thing he said.
Yeah. Well, Beskar, you have to wonder, is this what they call you, baby?
They call him the Wizard.
Oh man.
And then, so bummed I couldn't get one. Are you on the wait list, Wayne? I'm just going to be honest, because I think a lot of people, when the money calls, because this is some money. How much is this again?
I forgot. I know it's.
I'm gonna go back up here.
Go back up.
$410.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to put in, I don't know. I mean, some people are going to back out like they always do.
Mm-hmm. What place were you in line when it waitlisted?
I was 10,900. I was something ridiculous.
Man. Yeah.
It was ridiculous. Honestly, if they do the Dark Side Anakin, I hope to goodness they make like 6,000-7,000 of these, because they'll have no problem. I mean, I'm just being honest.
It was crazy.
They won't, but
it was like 96 in line.
You guys want to see number one?
Yeah.
Are you curious? In the channel, you're curious.
You know what? Some single songwriter already. No, it was Charlie Unicorn.
Well, what did he say? What did Charlie the Unicorn say? Who's right on number one?
Single
he says you have to. Let's see what single songwriter said.
You got you.
No, because that already came out. These have not come out yet. So these have not came out. So what could be number one? Listen, I think that this is one of the most epic things I've ever seen in my life, and tops everything that's due to come out, and has nothing to do with artisan, has to do with just pure artistry and holy crapness. Has to do with, do I even have a clip I could freaking play here, like a video? Like it's just a lot of this. It's a lot of like, it's on par with, it is just, I don't know, guys. I mean, it's like, I know I'm building it up, but it is so freaking good. Everybody on this panel is getting this, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
And it's a half a damn head sculpt.
Yes.
And I'm sorry. It is a thing of beauty. I don't know what else to say about this particular piece, but I am more excited about this half a head sculpt than anything else. I haven't seen anything like this.
You know, I have this one first batch. That's how good I had to get it first batch.
Yeah.
That's how good this thing looked.
I mean, are you guys surprised? I'll go with you first, Collector Joy. Are you surprised I put this in number one, or not surprised because I'm a Star Wars guy?
I didn't know if it could be a number one because it was just half, but either way, yes, this is probably the most anticipated, other than the Batman, the most anticipated hot toy for everyone, I believe.
I agree.
Yeah, and since you played the Palpatine before, I thought it was going to be the Palpatine head sculpt, but this one,
it's so good. But I'm sorry.
Yeah, this one 100% deserves number one.
Oh, and by the way, it has a rolling eyeball.
Eyeball, yeah.
One rolling eyeball.
It's crazy.
Second brother, I'm sorry, dude. This is number one for me, baby, and it's a half a head sculpt, but I don't care.
Yeah. It's wow. You caught me off guard with that.
I caught you off guard. I knew I would, baby. I'm catching everyone off guard with this Vader.
Yeah. It's just me, and every time I see it, I just goes back to that look that he gave Obi-Wan and said, like, you didn't kill him, I killed him. And the little smirk that he had on his face and looking through that one eye, looking down at him.
This is like, let's put in some of the comments here because these are kind of funny. This is my most anticipated release. Cannot wait. Yeah, mine too. 03 Mills goes, and I say no. Nice choice. Love it. Half Hayden is GOAT. 100% high time collectibles. Cannot wait. Woo! Bestman Han Solo. Oh man, I tell you what. Yes, if the Bestman Han Solo comes out single songwriter, it will. I don't know, dude. Maybe that'll certainly crack my top 10. And gosh, I mean, whatever they come out with, Han Solo, Leia, something before the end of this year, because of what we talked about today, guys. Because of what we talked about, I believe that it would be the start of this.
This is where the fun begins.
Because I really, really do think in 2024, it's going to be freaking insane and insanity. But that is number one for me, ladies and gentlemen. This Vader, which Eric says, I got 2 coming. But I'm honestly, like, I cannot wait for this figure. And I like Second Brother. Obviously, the Return of the Jedi one, because I'm an original OT guy. But I'm pretty excited that they did it like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like that piece. Now, for me, I'm getting the deluxe version of that figure. That I don't feel like that there's any other way to go.
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
I actually ordered 2.
Did you order 2 of those?
Yep.
This
So
was
you're
kinda
gonna-
smart to do that too, to order 2 of them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you pose one like that, and then you pose. I still think they're going to come out from the series, honestly, because I feel like it's a waste of money if they don't. With Vader on the throne,
Rebel's gonna get the Undertaker treatment with the other one. So,
you're talking about like with the you're talking about with the full head sculpt.
yeah, the one with the full head sculpt is going. when Rebel comes in, she's gonna get the Undertaker treatment. So,
yeah. No, I really think they're going to do that. I actually think we're probably still going to get an Obi-Wan, especially from the last scene with Qui-Gon, in that outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them doing that. Let's see what they do with this head sculpt, but I would think that may be a different head sculpt that they would do with that. But I honestly think that they would do that. And if they come out with that other Vader, like you're talking about, and then all of a sudden here comes the fourth sister and the fifth brother, then all of a sudden they're, game on, and watch out for Reva's, all I'm going to say. Because I'm telling you, I have a hunch on that figure that if they do what we're talking about here, that figure has a possibility of going up in value in a few years like crazy, because I don't think they made a whole lot of her, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I really, really don't. She's been on wait list for forever and a day, and I don't think she cracked the top 5, which is a shame, but that figure looks sick.
It does.
And everything that they're coming out with, you see with this top 10, is complete insanity. But listen, guys, remember, coming up here this coming Sunday, and I'll go to that's a pretty good shot there, but we'll go back to here. This coming Sunday, Christmas Eve, that's when Raw is going to start airing, is on Sundays. But this Sunday, it'll be in the morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and it will be the 3rd annual Aries Christmas Eve morning with Aries. I'll be giving away not just 1, but 2 Hot Toys. How do you enter? You got to be live at the show. You got to make sure you're subbed. So sub now if you're not. And don't forget to comment on the market show from yesterday. The link is in the channel, and I'll make sure I have that link in case some of you guys forget with some directions this week. So I hope to see you there. And then remember, in 2024, 6-scale Raw becomes Sunday Night Raw, and it will be every Sunday evening up in 2024. But I had a lot of fun here, guys.
Yeah.
Collector Joey, you've got an amazing channel. You do amazing stuff. I'm so honored and blessed that you'd be able to come on here with me tonight. I literally had a blast with you, brother.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what's going on in your channel. And I want people really here to take notice of you. And I really, really hope that they go to your channel and everybody in here and hit the subscribe for this man. But tell me a little bit what's going on, baby.
Thank you. Well, first off, thank you for having me. Of course, it's an honor to be here. I just have a Copper Drop on Thursdays. That's my little show I have with Austin Nicholas, good old Spotchka, and Reverse Zeo. Oh, there he is right there. And I do the Who's That Hot Toy. A lot of people know me from that. The Who's That Hot Toy, where it's like the Pokemon, it's like a little silhouette of the Pokemon. And then you got to guess what the hot toy is. And the next day I'll post it. A lot of people really like that one. I just came out with a review of the Mark III, Iron Man Mark III. That one was a really good figure. That one was amazing. And that's basically it. I just come out with reviews and stuff, reels all the time. It's very sporadic, but everything Hot Toys is what I do. Anything fun, be on there. But Thursdays, right after Brother Cousin show, that's when my show is on, and we're gonna have a very special guest this time around. So hopefully, you guys tune in on Thursday, 9 p.m. Central.
Wow. Well, that's
guest, yeah.
It is so awesome to have you here.
Thank you.
And guys, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to Collector Joey. Really, really great having you here, my friend, and what a pleasure, for sure. And then I know you don't got a channel there, second brother, but I do know that you're working on it. But I know your brother does, and my buddy Jay, and I think he's giving away some stuff here. At Best of the Best this coming Thursday. So shout out to Jay, and Best of the Best for Thursday for sure. He'll be giving away a few things. I don't exactly know what it is. I think the Space Pimp is going to make an appearance, maybe, and maybe also on the Christmas Eve show as well. I know I'll be there. I know you'll be there, second brother, but should be some fun stuff for sure. But second brother, good having you here, baby. And this was a fun show, guys.
Oh yeah, fun. Thank you. You definitely turned around and got my blood boiling on I mean, not in a bad way, in a good way, of all those head sculpts, and just
makes you think
what 2024 is gonna come. You know, we know these things are coming, but what other announcements they're gonna make for 2024, and what innovations they're gonna have for 2024? Because they only could go but up. They pretty much, they've been in the game for a long time. Like I said, the heat is on their back, and that competition breeds, innovation. So that's what we've been looking for, and we're getting it. We're definitely getting it.
Well, guys,
those prices stay down,
from your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah, stay down.
Well, listen, guys, what do I got going on? Again, Christmas Eve morning with Aries, 3rd annual. I'll be giving away not just one, but 2 hot toys. Hope all of you here, we can see you there in the morning for sure. Remember, for some of you that have been thinking about joining the channel, I did put up another entire episode of Aries Tarrington's Drunk on Coffee today. This afternoon, it's up right now. So if you decide to join, it's cheaper than a dozen eggs in most places, baby. Certainly cheaper than a gallon of gas. Just click on the little join button, see everything that it comes with. I appreciate your support if you want to do that. But listen, I'm going to end with this and with the clip, because I think we're going to be getting this next year, because nothing's going to be coming out. But that's all I'm going to say with the clip. But I don't always run out of coffee and then have to wash it down with wizard juice. But what I do, baby, I do it right here at the 6 Scale Cantina. Here we go. Is this coming in 2024? What the heck else are they going to put out? Stay thirsty, my friends.
All right. But this is the last time.
Wishlists.